Hi, I'm Lisa, and today I have the pleasure of sitting down with Sam Branson, aka Waves Rush In, to talk about his brand new album.
Hi.
For people that are new to your music, Can you explain the concept of Waves Rush In?
Yeah, Waves Rush In is my artist name, and it's got lots of different meanings. Nature is my biggest muse, and so Waves Rush In is like it's like everything's made of waves, so like sound waves, light waves, ocean waves, emotional waves, waves of emotion, whatever. Everything's sort of interconnected through waves, and Waves Rush In is this sort of like idea that it's like all the different moving parts of life coming together.
Your new album, you wrote it over 12 days with your producer Rich in Thailand.
8 days.
8 days? Gosh. Do you find getting away from it all, the hustle and bustle of daily life, going out to Thailand, it really gave you that space to create?
I mean, 100%. I mean, I'd put a lot of thought into like lyrics and words and meaning and the whole sort of narrative arc of it before, but we wrote about 2 each day. My producer and good friend that I work with, Richard Craker, we have a really great chemistry. So we have a laugh, and we complement each other's skill sets a lot, and he gets me. So we could work pretty quickly together. Without space, I don't feel people can get their best creativity. And however one carves out that space, it might be energetical space, it might be physical space. You know, for creativity to flourish, it can't be bound. And so for me, going off and being away, you know, from my father's responsibilities, from my work responsibilities, in a different environment, ideally in a natural environment, that definitely gets the best out of me.
Was there something that you were going through in your life, or something that inspired you in particular to write this album?
Yeah, very much so. Ironically, I'd have written an album, and 4 days before going to record the album, I was like, no, I'm doing something completely different, because that's where that's where I just felt inspired to take it. But the intention that very much through it was actually more reflective of just lovely insights and wisdom that I've gained in my life experience, and how can I put that across to people in a short form way. You know, we set ourselves the challenge of going, right, okay, how can we say what it is we want to say? And that, to say something concisely and simply, actually, it takes a lot more.
So much harder.
Yeah.
So much harder. My favourite track on the album, which is Home. There's a line in it, you can't be lonely if you love the one you're alone with. And I interpreted that personally as a message of learning to love yourself, which I think is really beautiful.
Music is an emotional language. Whatever, it's vibration, it's sounds, it's beats, it's rhythm, it's melody, it's story, it's all comes together. Like, I think you were correct in it's about, you know, finding a place of home within yourself. But also, that is the beauty of music, in the sense, like, it also may be interpreted in someone's own way. It's like when someone looks at a painting on the wall, and then everyone, you know, you write 10 different people, what does it make you feel? What do you think it's about?
Well, this is it again, and how people interpret it, and how people enjoy it, you know, whether that's driving home late at night and that song makes them feel less lonely or more connected to something.
Or just want to have a boogie.
Or just want to have a boogie.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Do you have a favourite track on the album?
I think my favourite is Say It How It Is.
Yeah.
Because I think, as a life philosophy of insight, it's like life is so much more simple when you say it how it is. The amount of wasted energy and time of people, maybe to protect other people's feelings or not feeling confident in themselves, whatever. You know, if you're not saying things how they are, you're not on the same page. But just say it how it is all the time, and it's like life is so much simpler.
You are quoted as saying, passion is a love for something that is continually unfolding, which I think is really beautiful. With that in mind, with your music, now that this album's done, are you continuing to create at present, or are you giving yourself a little break, having a little bit of space just to recalibrate?
I mean, writing is a source of joy for me. So it's not like I'd have a break. It's like, oh, great, you know, music's coming out, so I have space to write more. Because songwriting is one of my favourite things to do. So as and when inspiration comes, I'll write and see what happens with it. But, you know, I can't really believe I'm releasing a second album. It's amazing. I didn't even have the courage to be a musician or a songwriter.
It is interesting, the concept of not everyone who people don't feel creative, how do they kind of tap into that freedom of expression? Do you think it's something that people should, give it a go, see how you get on, whether it's a recorder or a bassoon?
It wasn't until however long ago that there was a difference made between music makers and music listeners. But I always say to people, they're like, because I do music, they're like, oh, I used to play piano, I used to play violin. I'm like, get your violin out and stick it in the corner of your room. Get your piano, get on the piano. Don't have things in the attic. Like even if you're not a musician, even if you're an accountant, music is, do it because it makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Do it because it makes you happy. It is so freaking good for you because it makes you happy, because it makes you feel good. And if it sounds bad, it doesn't matter. There's no good or bad. Does it feel good to you? Are you enjoying playing that instrument? Yeah, it's a hobby.
You can just enjoy it and get something out of it. And I think, that's...
But look at it like reading a book. Read a book for pleasure.
Yeah.
Look at it like doing an adult colouring in thing. It's good for you. Do it because it feels good.
Yeah.
Pick up an instrument and play.
I want to get the violin out. That was really powerful when you said that. Like, get your violin out. I'm actually going to get it out of the loft tonight. What do you hope listeners will take away from your album?
I think I want people to take from the album what it is that they need to take from it. And that will be different for different people. But I definitely wrote it with the intention of taking insights and life lessons and wisdoms and nuggets. So I hope people leave it feeling better off emotionally and energetically than when they started it. But I think that's art, is they'll take from it what they need to take from it.
No doubt people will be very intrigued by this conversation and want to hear these tracks.
Hopefully.
Yeah, put them off, hopefully either. Where can they go to find it?
So Waves Rush In on all streaming platforms. Please click follow. No one clicks follow on Spotify, but actually it makes a big difference to an artist.
Yeah.
At wavesrushin.com, got some merchy bits. Yeah, Instagram, TikTok, all the jazz. Waves Rush In.
Yeah, well, thank you, Sam. Waves Rush In. It's been really lovely talking to you about your music. I can't personally wait for you to release more. I really enjoy it. Good. And it's been lovely to sit and chat.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank